What's up, my YouTube people? This is your boy Big Brother Motown coming back to you with a quick video. This video is going to be on the MPC-X as I start to get more and more into it and I find out little helpful things. I will put those out there so that I can help you guys out as well. This episode right here is going to be dealing with the locate function. So as you can see right here, we got the locate function. You hit locate and then this screen comes up. Now, this screen is kind of useful for a lot of things, but this is mainly where you go to set up your punch-in functionality. So you have off, your punch-in, and your punch. It's like a punch-in function too, but it will only start recording once you get back around to your loop point and start over. So this gives you like an extra long time to run in before you punch in, whereas this one will allow you to set your punch in and out points using those numbers up there. Pro tip real quick, you cannot set your punch in time before your punch out time. I don't know why it's that way, but it is. So like in the beginning, that was set like that. And I said, well, let's say I know I want to punch in at measure 9. So I go to try to turn it and it won't do anything. So you have to set, that's because your punch in time is you're trying to set it after your punch out time. So just know that so that you don't think something's wrong, because normally what I do when I set my punch in and out times, I know when I'm punching in and I know when I'm punching out. So I set the punch in time first. Just to let you know, you can't do that on here because it won't let you set a punch in time that's beyond your punch out time. So you got to run the punch out time up to some ridiculous number or whatever, and then say if you want to punch in at measure 9 or beat 9, bar 9, you could set this to whatever punch in time you want, but it has to be lower than that one. So in essence, it kind of forces you to set your punch out time first before the punch in, which that's kind of awkward and doesn't make sense, but that's the way it is. But another cool thing that I found out is using these things right here, you can set your mark points or jump points or whatever they call them, and they allow you to set 6 of them. So as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3 on the left, and then 4, 5, 6 on the right. What I usually do when I'm breaking down a song is I use those mark points to denote points in the song. Now, I mainly typically do R&B, so my songs are set up a little bit differently than a lot of the guys that are using this device to do hip hop. So I'll set mark point 1 will be the beginning. Mark point 2 would be, or mark point 1 would be the beginning, or sometimes I'll label it the intro. Mark point 2 will be the start of the first verse. Mark point 3 will be the hook. Then 4 will be the second verse. 5 will usually be the second hook. And then 6 will be like some kind of bridge or the outro, as we would call it. And then that gives you the ability to jump directly to those points whenever you want to. Here's a cool thing that I found out when I was messing around with it though. If you hold the locate button and hit the number, you can jump to those points. So all you have to do is hold the locate button and then hit whatever number of the mark points you want to jump to, and you can jump to it straight that way. But there's also more, because once again, you can use these numbers here, and that's one of the things that I like about the MPC platform, is that there's multiple ways to do almost everything. You can also hold the locate button and you can hit the pads over here. So if you hit pad 1 while holding the locate button, it'll jump. Trying to stretch my hands. It'll jump. And if you hit pad 2 while holding the locate button, it'll jump. And then pad 3, it'll jump to that section. So not only can you use the number pad with locate to jump to your mark points, but you can also use the pads, because the pads are also numbered, pad 1, 2, 3, and so on. So you can use up to pad 6 with the holding of the locate function in order to jump in between the different mark points if you want. Another quick pro tip real quick. I don't know if any of you noticed, but you see how my buttons are kind of shiny. I noticed a guy named Ben Carell. Shout out to Ben. He does the best, some of the best, I should say, educational videos on the MPC-X platform that you're going to find on the internet. If you get a chance, look him up. His name is Ben Carell. Very knowledgeable, wealth of information there. But I noticed on one of his videos that he puts tape over these buttons. And I asked him, I said, why you put tape over your buttons? He's like, yeah, and, you know, I do that to, you know, keep from rubbing the paint off, the ink off of my buttons. I said, yeah, I kind of figured that. And I told him, I said, one of the things that I do is whenever I get equipment like this that has buttons that, where I'm afraid the paint might rub off over time, I take some of my wife's clear fingernail polish and I paint over the buttons. And as you can see, it's a clean look. I'm not perfect with it. I would probably be a lot better if she did it. But I did it myself, so it's not perfect. But it will serve the purpose, and it'll preserve the ink on these buttons as much as we touch these buttons specifically. It'll keep that ink from rubbing off over time, and it'll protect your buttons. So that's just an extra tip if you want to try to do that. But anyway, that's my video for today. Just trying to help you all out with some of this locate functionality on the MPC. Like I said, as I get more and more into the platform, I've had it over a year now, but I've been working. And now that I'm recently retired, I got time. So the more I get into this and find out different things that I think might be helpful, I'll be sending guys a video out to you guys, I should say. And hopefully it helps. So y'all take it easy. Peace out.